What is going on, man?
Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
We have done it.
All that effort.
All that hard work. All leading up to another episode of The Commute.
Yeah. Well, I'll be your driver.
I will be your passenger. Some good ones today. It's been a while since we had a show.
Yeah, it's been like
a week and a half?
At least.
Wow.
Vacations,
But we did do the drag show. I hope everybody saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting some reviews, our best.
Yeah, some people have seen it.
So I got here, the United States threatened to fine or imprison more than 14,000 Pennsylvania men if they did not sign up for military duty. Right? They sent out letters saying our records identify you as a man who may be required to register with Selective Service. Failure to register with Selective Service is a federal crime punishable by a fine and imprisonment. The problem with that is these men were all born between 1893 and 1897. Ah, this cocksucker.
Yeah.
So these, one of the guys would have been 119 years old receiving this letter.
So when was this?
Between 1893 and 1897, they were all born. They just sent out the letters.
Why would they send that?
Well, they said, people were, outraged by it. And Community Relations Coordinator for Pennsylvania's Department of Transportation, Jan McKnight, said, "We made a mistake." She said, "This just wasn't good. We do apologize." Can you imagine?
I don't understand the Selective
They said
Service
records were
thing.
being transferred at the Department of Transportation, which led to the error. I guess it flagged something in the system and sent out 14,000 letters.
But I don't even know why that letter would be even in the system to go out.
Well, I guess for the draft. I guess register for the draft. Do they have a draft?
There's no draft. Well,
not
back
now.
when.
There's not. I guess this would have been, if they were born then, I guess it would have been like around 1920. Was there a draft in 1920?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess yeah.
But
And I guess it just flagged them as, hey, send these letters out again.
But why would those letters be in like the new computer system?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why would that be?
Why would these people's records be in there?
Yeah, that's.
And Department of Transportation just seems weird.
Yeah, that's. I don't get it.
I guess because now, I know like jury duty and stuff like that, you're flagged by your driver's license.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be registered to vote. Or, what was it? It would go by your voter registration.
Yeah.
And then they changed it because people just weren't registering to vote. They're like, fine, I'll never have to do jury duty.
Mm-hmm.
So now it goes by your
driver's
license. But just the money that was involved in sending all that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's just doesn't make any sense. What are you doing?
People are, man, they can't wait.
What the fuck is happening?
Crash today.
They're like turning into the front of my fucking car.
They are.
We've gone 2 blocks.
Oh, give it time.
Jesus.
We've yet to hit the big roads where they can go fast and turn into your car.
Anyway.
But yeah, so just a big old fuck up by the state of Pennsylvania. Doesn't surprise me in the least.
It completely surprises me though. Like I don't understand why that would be.
There's someone else trying to turn into you.
What's happening?
That's 3.
What's happening?
Or is he trying to
What are you
back
doing?
out, or?
You're making a U-turn. What are you doing?
No, he was just pulling out in front of you. He couldn't
What?
pull out like that?
Where am I? What? What is this?
Oh, I know we say it every day, but we need external cameras. Please donate to our Kickstarter so we can get external cameras.
More than 3/4 of the comedy happens outside of the car.
Holy mackerel.
Oh.
Okay. All right, so have you heard anything about, there's a Texas Tech cheerleader that made the news because she had posted on her Facebook page a whole bunch of her hunting photos. I forget what she killed, but it was like some safari. She killed like an elephant or I don't know, fucking kangaroo, whatever the fuck she killed.
Okay.
And people were all in an uproar because she was posting these photos. And it became a thing, you know, like, you shouldn't be killing these animals and blah, blah, blah. Even though it was legal, you know. She went to, you know, wherever.
Yeah, whatever
to
nature
do it. Yeah.
preserve does that now.
And it became this big deal. And the school made her eventually take the pictures down. Because they give a shit, you know.
What do they care about, like, your personal Facebook?
I guess because she represents the school, it was negative press. Because every time this negative press came up with her, it was like Texas Tech student, Texas Tech student. So they just didn't want it, so they asked her to take it down, and she did. Well, it's Virginia I can't decide if I like this guy or not. I either hate.
Is that his picture?
That's his picture. This is his picture right here. I either really like this guy or really fucking hate him. He's a Virginia Democrat, and he is hunting for nude photos of this girl. Her name is Kendall Jones. He posted on Twitter that he would pay $100,000 for nude photos and videos of the 19-year-old Texas Tech cheerleader. He said he was putting out inflammatory remarks about her. And this guy now, he's not even on the ballot yet for the District of Virginia at this point.
Does he run like a Girls Gone Wild website or something?
He said $100,000 to anyone with nude photos or sex videos of scumbag Kendall Jones. She hunts animals for fun. Let's hunt her for fun. So he says then, he's putting all this out there on Twitter. Wow. That's the radio?
There's a whole thing. They're like...
Oh, they're painting the city. They're making it pretty.
Are they removing or adding graffiti?
They're adding.
Like
they got a bunch of paint.
Yeah.
It's art, not graffiti.
Well, yeah. Is that a bad word? Graffiti?
Graffiti? I think so. Graffiti
has negative connotation. Yeah. I don't know.
There's graffiti art. You know, these people that do these big...
I thought it was just...
Well, graffiti would be illegal painting, right?
I don't know. I thought it was just a description of the technique, like using spray paint in order to paint is graffiti.
Graffiti artist. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what I thought. I
always took it as just illegal. These bitches are going to walk right in front of us. Even people are trying to walk into your car.
I don't understand.
So this guy, he puts out there on Twitter, if any ex-boyfriends of Kendall Jones are out there, we want and will pay for sex stories or info about her. He said, it says, unclear how this sort of information or these materials would help him in the race. I think because he's not even the ballot, he's just trying to get his name out there.
Yeah, that's his thing, is just popularity, like getting name recognition, but...
He said, she's no nice, sweet girl. She gets her jollies off hunting and shooting animals. So he's also trying to get the animal rights people, I'm sure, behind him. You know.
Are there that many in, what was his state?
Virginia.
Really? No, I think that's probably a pretty big state.
Yeah, I would imagine too.
If I had to guess, I mean, I don't think you're going to get a whole lot of people behind. I mean, if you were talking California or something, you know, I'd say maybe you have a chance, but who are you hoping to get on your side by doing that?
I have no clue. I'm sure there's some there though, but just not a lot.
I don't know, man. Like,
but he goes on. He has all these tweets out there. He said, we treat nudity and sex in America as bad and dirty, yet we glorify scum like Kendall Jones for hunting and killing animals. And no one was glorifying her. They made her take her shit down. You know? So this is where I start liking this guy though. So far he's a scumbag, right?
Yeah, like I kind of. It's just
other Twitter users have been firing back at Dickinson since he made the offer. So one person says to him, when can we expect you to apologize and retract your offer? He replies, when pigs fly. So he's standing by his shit, you know?
Okay.
Like, someone else says, $20 to anyone who can tell me why this moron still thinks he's running for Congress. He replied, because I am. Send me the 20. Someone else says, I wonder if anyone has info on him. He said, look for females from VCU. This fucking guy.
What the hell? Is he just delusional?
And someone said, hopefully Miss Jones' father meets you face to face. He said, he touches me, I put him on the ground. the hunter becomes the hunted. This guy just out of his fucking mind.
Completely.
But I like the fact that he's standing by.
I think he's just too
shit.
fucking deluded to realize he's
that it's bad, that he shouldn't be doing this.
He's a complete fucking moron. Who the hell told him he could run for Congress and like it was a good idea?
Apparently not a lot of people, if he's not on the ballot yet.
He must just have a ton of money.
Or he's rich, I was just gonna say.
And just no
probably
sense.
Rich as shit.
Not a fucking lick of sense in his head.
These fucking people.
Jesus Christ. I don't know.
But
I mean,
I wouldn't oppose to seeing these pictures either, you know? I hope he finds them. But $100,000?
well, somebody's just gonna, you know,
Man.
copy and paste heads. I mean,
That's the other thing, yeah. But he's like, hey, ex-boyfriend's probably got some stuff. Yeah, beep, that helps.
no, there's people out in the middle of the intersection.
Yeah, but still. They're just gonna walk slower.
Uh-huh.
Or move slower.
Yeah, well, no,
the
they
cars.
came through the intersection,
okay.
and they're stopping
They thought
traffic
they
from
couldn't
going the
make
other way. It happens all the time here because I don't even understand the timing on these lights.
Well, it's because they have fucking cops manually doing them now because of the friggin' road construction.
Yeah, the bridge out or whatever.
They don't have a fucking clue.
Yeah, this is just.
Let's see. Is it our friend or normal friend? No, it's
It's a different one.
Yeah, send everybody through when there's a red light here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's completely mistimed. Like all of that, it should be like the other way out of the city. It should just be green all the way, and then it times its way back. Because in the morning, dude, I drop you off and I'm out of the city.
Oh yeah.
I mean, almost instantly.
Wow.
I go around that corner and that's it. I'm back on 95. I don't.
The other day going home, man, I just flew right through.
It's crazy.
All right, let's do this day in history.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better. July 11th, 1914, Babe Ruth makes his MLB debut. He pitched 7 innings for the Red Sox. They won 4-3 over Cleveland. I wonder how fast he pitched.
I don't know.
I mean, they weren't like they are today. But
No. This shows you how little I know about baseball. I didn't even know he pitched.
he did everything, supposedly.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't just a pitcher because he played every day.
Mm-hmm.
July 11th, 1995, U.S. reestablished diplomatic relations with Vietnam. Interesting. After we went there and...
Well, by 95, why they reestablished the connection was because Vietnam, the current government, had helped track down or locate like it was like 2,500 some missing U.S. service members since the end of Vietnam.
Oh.
So they assisted the government in tracking down,
Awesome.
you know, whether those guys were killed in action or still being held or.
They're released on their being held?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any of the follow-ups to that.
Let's see, July 11th, 1979, Skylab crashes to Earth.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that before. Like,
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds familiar.
Yeah. But this is the day it actually crashed through the atmosphere.
It came down, and they didn't know where it was going to crash, right?
Not initially, but it came down like in the Indian Ocean, a little bit in Australia.
Lucky for them. Yeah, July 11th, 1656. Well, this is going to be a good one. Anne Austin and Mary Fisher became the first Quaker colonists in America, landing at the Massachusetts Bay Colony from Barbados. Really?
Yeah, Barbados apparently was the Quaker base of operations. They'd launch, you know, things to the mainland from Barbados.
That's weird. I just don't associate Quakers
Nope.
with Barbados.
Yeah. Rum in Barbados.
Yes.
Quakers in Barbados.
Rummins. Austin and Fisher were soon jailed for their teachings. After 5 years in prison, were deported back to Barbados. October of 1656, the colonial government enacted a ban on Quakers. Really?
Yeah.
And then in 1658, Quakers were banished from the colony under penalty of death. Jesus Christ.
They did not like the Quake.
Yeah, man, what do they got against the Quakers?
Yeah.
Good Christ. Their teachings included decentralized church authority, sexual equality. Oh, there you go. Sexual equality and the abolition of slavery. Oh, we just nailed it. That's what they had against the Quakers.
Yep.
They wanted to be nice to people.
Yeah.
And fair. Fucking Quakers. Go back to Barbados. I think you're hitting the rum a little too much.
Yeah.
July 11th, 1804. Vice President Aaron Burr fatally shoots Alexander Hamilton in a duel. Really?
Yep. While vice president.
See, that goes to show you how much I know about presidential history. Did you know that happened?
Yeah.
Burr's character was attacked by Hamilton and others during a New York governor's election campaign. So a duel, like they had like 10 paces and fucking fire?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Can you imagine that happening today?
There's conflicting over a New York
Wow.
governor's race.
Wow.
Mudslinging, and it was like conflicting reports, like some of the seconds and like witnesses and stuff say that Hamilton fired into the air because he said the duel wasn't morally right. He just shot into the air, and the other guy just shot him in the gut.
I have more to gain.
Yeah.
Wow.
The other one was like he fired and missed. The other guy shot back.
The nation was outraged by Hamilton's death and charged Burr with murder in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Burr returned to Washington and served his term as vice president
With immunity.
with immunity from prosecution. I guess we're the VP. Yeah. Wow. That's insane.
Yeah.
Maybe he was hoping to become president.
Well, sort of.
In 1805, Burr concocted a plot with James Wilkinson, the commander-in-chief of the U.S. Army, to seize the Louisiana Territory and establish an independent empire. Oh my God.
With him at the head.
Burr led armed colonists to New Orleans in 1806. So they were really going through with this.
He was going through. He wanted it.
Wilkinson turned on him, and Burr was arrested for treason in 1807. He was acquitted on a technicality and fled to Europe. Later returning to New York, he died in 1836. Holy shit, this guy was a nutbag. Killed the president, got away with it. Wants to start his own friggin'...
No, the guy he killed was like, he was just against like his political rival. It wasn't the president.
Oh, I thought it was the president.
He was vice president.
Oh, Alexander Hamilton. Okay. Never mind. Still, gets away with that. Then he goes and does his own thing, tries to attack U.S. soil. Gets off.
Well, it wasn't U.S. soil at the time. Louisiana. It was still the French Louisiana Territory. But he wanted to seize it and make it his own empire there.
And he flees to Europe. Did it say how long he was in Europe for?
No, it didn't say. It just said after like it all died down with the murder conviction, he came back, and that never came up again.
No wonder people think Americans are nuts. Wow.
They literally are.
That's awesome, though. You know? It's like...
people think it's crazy now, man.
It is crazy now.
Nothing like it used to be.
It's just different. It's a different crazy.
It's different.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, what do you like better, Star Wars or The Godfather? You just can't compare the two.
Yeah, they're not.
We just got different crazy going on now. Good God. I mean, when your friggin' leaders are acting like that.
Yeah. What do you want?
Fuck it. Let's shoot everybody. How to Survive the Running of the Bulls author got what he deserved.
We got gored?
Yep. Chicago native who helped write How to Survive the Running of the Bulls was gored by a bull in his right thigh at the San Fermin Festival in Spain.
Jesus.
His name is Bill Hillman. He was running from the bulls and he tripped on Wednesday, and one of the bulls came and two-horned him right through the leg.
Impale.
Got him good. In addition to him, a 35-year-old, he's 32 years old, 35-year-old man from Valencia was also badly gored by one of the bulls. He co-authored a book with John Hemingway, Joe Distler, and this other guy. He's been running with the bulls for 10 years. So he figured, hey, I'm invincible. Let me tell you how to do it.
I mean, to be fair, his book still holds up. He did survive.
He did survive. That is true.
I mean,
he did not die.
Yeah. So I mean, you can't really fault him. You know,
he's a survivor.
He made it.
Yeah, I just think all those people are nuts. I wish every one of them would get gored.
It's just stupid.
You know,
what the hell are you doing? Why did you do that?
And he just didn't follow his own advice. I'm sure somewhere in his book it has to say, don't fucking trip. You know, have good shoes on, high steps.
That's probably rule number one, but, well, you know, maybe the rest of the rules saved him. We don't know what they are. I mean,
true.
It could have been, you know, duck and cover, and then you only get gored in your thigh.
Play dead.
Right. You know,
throw some chick in front of you.
Yeah, because you're locked in there, man.
Dude, man, you're not going anywhere.
With them.
I see sometimes people, you know, they're running and they're against a wall.
Yeah.
And they try, like, they're fucking magic. They try running up the fucking wall. And the bull's like, yeah, buddy.
Huh.
I don't think so.
Look at the truck vigilante. Look at him.
Oh.
Taking up the
New York driver, that's why. They own the roads.
Fair is fair. Gotta block these guys out.
Oh, this cocksucker next to us is trying. So, McDonald's is offering a new service.
What would that be?
You can get married there.
In Vegas?
No.
Just anywhere?
In Hong Kong.
Oh, Hong Kong. Okay.
This actually started, I didn't know, this started in 2011. And there was this couple that met at McDonald's and they were getting married, so they talked to McDonald's and said, you know, we met there, we'd like to get married there. Mm-hmm. And they did. They let them get married there, and it made the news, and all these people started requesting to get married at McDonald's. So they said they wanted to try it. They started it out in 3 different McDonald's over there.
Uh-huh.
And they offer cheap. Packages start at what would be US dollars, $129. Get married as a cheap wedding.
Well, you figure, yeah. I mean, they're making out on the deal because, you know, what's renting McDonald's for an hour, you know?
Well,
I figure it's right around there.
They're making that money on top of their sales because they don't shut down for your wedding.
Oh, okay.
This is the one thing they say is you can get married here, but we're not shutting down. So everyone that comes in to get a Happy Meal or whatever,
they still get theirs.
They get to watch your wedding.
Well, I guess that's part of the experience.
They with your reservation, you get a personalized menu, decorations, McDonald's themed gifts, a special apple pie wedding cake, and a lone fry in place of what they must do a traditional thing where they share a cherry.
Uh-huh.
Like it, so they share the fry. They both put an end in their mouth and they eat it like the lady in the tram.
Uh-huh.
But
what's the apple pie cake thing, man?
Well, I guess because they don't have cake there.
Yeah, I know. Well, like, what's
it's probably just a bunch of apple pies stacked. Maybe they ice it somehow.
I wonder if you can just order that.
We gotta find out.
On the secret menu.
We gotta find out. Can we have the apple pie wedding cake, please?
I don't know. Not that I like pie.
Love pie. Fucking love pie.
I really don't like pie.
Oh man. Love the shit out of some pie.
Yeah.
Had some pie over the 4th of July.
Yeah. Oh. I really wouldn't like McDonald's apple pie. That would really be bad.
It's different. It's not really pie.
Well, it's like
it's more like pie filling.
Yeah.
But there's not much. I don't know. It's different. I don't consider it pie.
I mean, I'll make a pie. I don't mind making pie.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big fan.
Let's see. They're comparing it to getting married in Vegas because you can get married there pretty cheap.
That's what I would think. You know, just have the manager, have them all go through like the Have them all ordained or whatever. That way they can do the service whenever.
Want to walk in? Can we get married?
Like a number 3 in a marriage certificate. And they type it in, and you're good to go.
Oh, and you also get a bunch of free Happy Meal toys with your wedding.
Oh, I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know. Maybe I guess if you have kids in the wedding.
I guess.
And let's see. Last but not least. Oh man, this story's all.
What you got?
I don't know what I got. There we go. So there's this woman, Veronica. She calls herself Veronica Chaos, and she does online sex shows.
Okay.
Right? On one of these sites. I didn't say what site she was on.
Mm-hmm.
And she said just traffic was slow on her room, I guess. Just because there's so much competition. There's thousands of these girls and places you can go to. And she wasn't making much money, so she needed to come up with some kind of strategy, some kind of plan, something different to attract people.
Mm-hmm.
So she became a ventriloquist. And what she does is, she's been doing it for a year. She's a 26-year-old former stripper. She's doing online ventriloquism shows that climax with her having sex with her dummy Slappy. Oh, but it gets better.
How could it possibly?
Oh, it gets a lot better. She said, he's bad cop, I'm good cop. He's a misogynist, I'm the battered wife. That's how they describe their dynamic relationship. So the idea is I put up with him because I love him so much. The sex shows are designed to be slightly creepy. You don't say. They usually involve scenarios with Slappy in the role of Willy Wonka, while Chaos is an Oompa Loompa, where Slappy is Sherlock Holmes, and she's Dr. Watson. She says sometimes we'll do a freaky thing.
What? Where do you find that line exactly?
Where they switch bodies. She dresses him up like her, and she dresses up like the dummy. This is a picture of her dressed up like Princess Leia and the little green alien that was there. Here's her as Alice in Wonderland with the Mad Hatter. Says she gives her address as somewhere in the Pacific Northwest. Does her kinky ventriloquism shows 3 times a week online. The idea of combining ventriloquism with sex came in the moment of desperation when she realized she needed a gimmick. One day she was looking at YouTube videos and she saw a ventriloquist and the inspiration struck. She says, honestly, I was just really lonely and wanted someone to talk to. Here's a picture of her, I guess, in mime makeup, because she doesn't always do the ventriloquist, because she said that she tried it once. She works like 6 to 8 hours a day, and she said she just lost her voice from doing that all day. Plus, she keeps it as something special. But she said when she's not using him, he just sits in the background, all creepy and shit. At first, she tried a raven puppet, but then a regular paying customer bought her Slappy. It's based on the character. What the hell was that?
God.
We're almost done. Here, you want me to hold it?
Yeah, I got it.
You got it? I got it. You're good. Okay, it's on you. She said, that was wild, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Taking an eye out. We both have glasses on.
That's right.
So it's off of the Goosebumps. I don't know if your kid reads those books.
Yeah, I think she has 1 or 2.
And there's one like a ventriloquist dummy.
Uh-huh.
So it's like real creepy looking, and
that's the one they bought her?
The one they bought her. But it doesn't look so creepy because she dresses him up. She didn't have sex with Slappy at first. She used him as a way to keep herself inspired during sex shows that last 6 to 8 hours a night. Eventually, she crossed that line and started attaching sex toys to various parts of Slappy. She even had a customized harness created that could hold a sex toy around her dummy's pretend pelvis. Since word got out about her kinky puppet shows, her cam room crowds have increased from an average of 10 to 20 people to several hundred at a time.
Wow.
She's declines to say how much money she makes having sex with a puppet. Here's one of Sherlock Holmes and Watson.
Ridiculous.
She doesn't always perform Slappy. She says you can't do it for so long. I already went over that. She also performs on stage. But it's a little different on stage. She doesn't have sex with him on stage. She only gives him blowjobs.
Oh.
She blows the puppet. How do you know when he's done? You know?
I guess you get a feel for that sort of thing.
Sawdust pops in your mouth. Yeah. They sing a duet while she gives him oral sex as well. She said she debated whether she should do full penetration on stage, but it takes a while to get him into me, and that's difficult when I'm singing a song. And then here's my favorite. This is the Willy Wonka and the Oompa Loompa thing. That's just fantastic. She admits that her relationship with Slappy is definitely shocking, but said it paid off in her private life. She's better able to express what she wants sexually with a puppet. If the guy knows I have sex with a puppet, he won't be shocked about anything I suggest. Nope. Not at all.
Or, he's unwilling, you just make him say whatever you want, right?
Yeah. No, you're pretty. I wouldn't change a thing. Oh, your pussy is tight. What else? Chaos is considering other ways to advance her career through ventriloquism, but she believes she has a long way to go before the act is ready for prime time. She said she's done live performances, but I see the camming as a chance to practice. She's not quite sure she's ready to go full-time on the stage. She's striving to improve her abilities. Next week, she's going to Cincinnati, Ohio, to attend the annual Vent Haven Convention, the world's largest event for ventriloquists. Tell me that wouldn't be a freak show. I mean, not just her, just a convention full of people with their puppets.
Yeah.
And these people think, like their puppets are really, they treat them like real fucking people. Like,
do they, or is that just? I thought that was just like a disease.
I think you have to really like make it like the good ones.
They have to have that disorder, because I'm pretty sure that's a disorder. I can't remember the name of it.
No, I've heard of something like that, but yeah, you're going to see some freaky shit there.
Yeah.
I mean, on top of Chaos fucking her puppet in the corner.
She'll be all right there. I don't.
This year the theme is comedy writing, and she'd like to get into the mainstream by being more conventional and less having sex with her dummy.
I wonder how good she is at ventriloquism.
I would love to know. Yeah, and again, it didn't say the site. I'm gonna have to look her up some other way.
Is that
we gotta check it out.
Is that just like a bullshit gimmick, or like is she actually good?
Right. Well, she wants to perfect it. She's supposed to be decent. She's going to a fucking convention. She's a little nervous and plans to keep a low profile, but is billed as a very family-friendly event. She never actually met another ventriloquist, and she doesn't want them to look at her as the woman who ruined ventriloquism. Personally, Miss Chaos, I say you improved it.
Taking the next step.
Those people were... You know what? I think they do kind of treat their puppets like people, because who's the one guy that's popular? He does all his stand-up routines with like the old man puppet and Peanut the puppet. The hell's Jeff? What's his name? Jeff Dunham.
Okay.
You never seen him?
No.
Well, he does this thing where he did a part on his family growing up, and he had family photos of him growing up. And ever since he was a kid, the puppet was in the family photos.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
clearly at some point he snapped.
And said, "This is my best friend in the world." So, all right, well, that's enough of these dummies. That's it for the day. That's all I got. You got anything else?
No, I got nothing else.
All right, then we're gonna. So make sure you like and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube. Send us an email at thecommutepodcast@comcast.net. Let us know anything you want. Give us ideas. Let us know if you like it, hate it, or if we're douchebags. What am I missing? Follow us on Twitter at driverpassenger, and check out our website, 2commute.com, TWO commute.com. Hope to see you soon.